What is up, guys? Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat. Audio should be working perfectly fine, and we are back for another live stream, guys. So let me know in the chat how everybody's doing, if you can hear me loud and clear, and then we're gonna get this show on the road as always. I hope everybody has been doing good. How is the audio, guys? How is the audio? Yep. Okay, fantastic. Happy to hear that the audio is good. We're back with another live stream. We're going to dive into the markets again, see pretty much what is going on. Markets overall have been moving pretty interestingly, and I think there are a lot of opportunities. Mitchell, good to see you, brother. Hope Mitchell is having an amazing holiday as always. Sanjeev, good to see you. Garbans, good to see you. Manny, what's up? Hope you are wrecking in those profits on that prop account that you won last week. Now, guys, today's session is extremely important, as always. Yes, we have another live stream tomorrow, Reginaldo. We have a very important announcement, because in today's session, we are giving away a prop challenge. So if you remember from last Thursday, I announced in the live stream, and also this Monday on Discord. If you're not inside Discord, make sure to join through the link in the description of this video. We are giving away a prop from account to the individual who has the best analysis, guys, who has the best analysis. Now, I asked you guys to save a TradingView link of one of your best trade breakdowns of preferably a trade that you made in the last 30 days. So I would love to see one of those TradingView links start to pop up soon. Not yet, save it, but if you have not yet done it, now you still have 15 minutes to maybe 20-30 minutes to create that TradingView link. So make sure that you have that TradingView link of your best trade breakdown, so that we can see who has the best analysis here on the stream. So TradingView link, best trade breakdown past 30 days, setup, save for in 15 minutes time. Okay, guys, so here I'm just going to put this here on the left. By the way, here's the link to the fractal indicator here on the left top, and on the right top you have the trading pit. So make sure to sign up with them, because you can only win this competition if you've actually signed up with the trading pit, because they are the ones who are giving away that 25k account. Now, without further ado, before we start, make sure to leave a like on the stream, and then as always, we're going to dive into the markets and see what is going on as of this morning, guys. So just before I dive into your EURUSD, has everybody started to generate that TradingView link of their best trade breakdown? Because again, you can only win if you have that link. Okay, so save that link. Make sure to do so, and then without further ado, we're going to dive into your EURUSD, because your EURUSD is pushing down lower. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, first of all, it is very clear to us all that your EURUSD overall has been moving bullish in towards the upside. Now we can clearly see here that the overall momentum has been in towards the highs, and then after that overall big momentum, we've now started to see a pullback. Now that pullback has taken place into the overall 50% body candles over here, which are imbalance candles, which broke market structure. Now from a swing structure perspective, the swing low, swing high, so overall market structure is bullish. Then from a fractal perspective, fractal low, fractal high, so from a fractal structure perspective, we are also bullish. So market structure, then obviously we have the fractals and we have the swing. So from a fractal perspective, we are bullish, and from a swing perspective as well, we are bullish. So preferably based on the daily time frame, you're only going to be looking for potential longing opportunity. What we then do is we dive down into the 4-hour time frame. Now again, from a 4-hour time frame perspective, we do two things, guys. We look at the swing structure, so swing low, swing high. This is the overall swing up, and we look at the fractal structure. Well, fractal structure, after grabbing liquidity, we can clearly see first break, second break, third break. So we are clearly bullish. So again, from a market structure perspective, both the swing and both the fractal are bullish. So very clear overall that we are looking for those potential longs on EURUSD, and now we can clearly see that today we've started to drop in towards the downside, which is perfectly fine because that is in line with the overall, let's say, expectation that we have. Because again, when looking for a potential longing opportunity, you're always going to be looking at two areas that are of interest, right, for ourselves. So area of interest number one would then be the overall wicks over here. This can be seen as an area of demand. Now, as you can see, we've started to see somewhat of an initial reaction, but for now, still the order flow remains down. Second area of interest is definitely this sell for the buy. This is the stronger area of interest due to the fact that we have taken out the overall lows over here. So we liquidate the lows and then boom, we see a V-shaped reversal in towards the highs. Therefore, this is a very strong area of demand. Does everybody understand that that is a strong area of demand? Because what is a strong and what is a weak area of demand? Can anybody help me classify for everybody who is watching today what the difference is between a strong and a weak area of supply and demand? Does everybody know the difference, guys? Let me know, because this is extremely important for the strategy that you understand the difference between strong and weak demand, because that can literally be the difference between hitting your stop loss and hitting your TP. A very good example of this can be seen on GBPUSD on the 1 hour time frame. You can very clearly see over there that there is a strong area of demand. Now, I want to see if you guys understand it. So indeed, strong area of demand takes out liquidity, swipe liquidity, one that breaks structure. That is incorrect, unplugged. It has to be an area of demand that grabs liquidity, because any area of demand can grab liquidity, can cause a break of structure, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that area is going to be a strong supply or demand zone. Because, for example, this supply zone, let's say this one over here, this buy for the sell over here, right, that we have here, this is not necessarily a strong area of supply. So a stronger area of supply is, for example, this over here. That, for example, has a beautiful descending highs right below it. That then gets taken out, and then the real push in towards the downside occurred. So always keep your eyes open, indeed, as most of you have indeed said, for a liquidity sweep before the overall reversal. Now, a very, very good one is obviously on GBPUSD, where we can very clearly see that we have on the 1 hour time frame this that happened over here. So who wants a quick trade breakdown of GBPUSD, or does everybody understand the potential trade that can be taken here? Would you guys enjoy a nice quick trade breakdown of the overall trade that was to be taken over here? I think that's an important one for everybody to understand. Akash, really no need to spam the chat, because that is just going to have you put into a timeout, because you are really just taking up space in the chat. So glad to see that you understand, unplugged. So somebody else are asking what's the update on the live 25k account. So I'm waiting to top it up with more capital, but it is currently not yet really being traded. I'm still connecting it to the my FX book as well, so that you guys can start following that live account. For who that does not understand what I'm referring to, this morning I shared that I'm starting a 25k or 50k challenge, whatever amount I'm going to put on it, and we're going to try and double that account in the next around 6 months live. And then I'm going to do like a weekly update video every single weekend, so that you guys can kind of like follow the overall progress of that account, including the overall MyFX book link. So without further ado, let's do that GBPUSD trade breakdown. I see a lot of you are looking to get started. What broker are you using for that? I'm using Tickmill. So how old are you, Fabio? I am 25 years old. I had to think about that real quick. So GBPUSD, first of all, on the daily time frame, what can we see? Well, overall, the momentum is in towards the highs. So here we have the break of structure. Let me just use a different color just to make it a little bit more clear. Here we have a break of structure. Here we have a break of structure. And this is therefore a swing low. This is therefore a swing high. Now, mechanically speaking, we want to be looking at MS. So the market structure wise, from a swing perspective, this low doesn't get broken. Therefore, we are still swing wise bullish. Now, looking at the fractals, the fractal is bearish, because this is the fractal high, this is the fractal low. However, for the next downside push, you would at least want to see a retracement in towards this demand. Now, with that said, because we're trading so low and we grab liquidity here underneath that overall daily swing low, I am happy to take an overall long in towards this supply zone, because I don't expect the market just to continue to sell off. I expect the market to at least retrace into this supply zone before selling off in towards the downside. So anything outside or below that area of supply, which is that blue zone, I'm pretty much happy to take those longs in towards the upside, despite that fractal structure being bearish. So this is GBPUSD, guys. So GBPUSD on the daily time frame had the potential to push up higher. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to show it here, because at the time I was looking to pretty much see GU push up higher in towards there before looking for any potential downside if we get that confirmation, or obviously for upside continuation like this. This is pretty much what we have let's say here on the daily time frame chart for GU. So there are the potential to take those further longs. Now what I then do is I drop down to the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour time frame, again, what do we have? We have the overall market structure from a 4-hour perspective still being bullish, in my opinion. Like you could say that this is like a break of structure, this is the break of structure down, this is a break of structure down, and therefore this is like a swing high and this is a swing low. But even then you could then say, okay, there is still room for the market to push up higher, let's say at least into premium pricing, because here, down here, we're trading at a discount. So at the time, what I was looking at was, okay, fractal structural break here in towards the highs. That means that this imbalance here is demand, and that could push the market up higher in towards that daily supply zone before then pushing down lower, or then continuing up higher after that daily fractal break. Okay, so that's GU on the 4-hour. So at the time, this was a pretty risky trade to take in towards the upside, but regardless, still you could take it. So what then happens is, okay, we get the push up. Now at this point in time, this is where I'm really interested in, again, trading those overall long continuations. Pretty much just continue longing, because look, there's no fresh area of supply here in the leg down. This is therefore my liquidity, and kind of like the next supply zone is, let's say, over here, right? So this kind of like zone over here with this liquidity high right below it, because this liquidity high, this black line here, is kind of the start of all of these descending highs. Now, at that point in time, we have a double 4-hour break. We haven't yet tapped into daily supply. This is therefore my 4-hour demand zone, and I'm looking to trade the overall continuation. So then I go into the 1-hour time frame, and what I see here on the 1-hour time frame is that the overall market structure is bullish. All right, so here we have the break of structure, and I'm looking to trade the overall continuation in towards the highs. Now, here we have an area of demand, but a lot of you must understand, because we just discussed it, that it is not a strong area of demand. So again, why is this not a strong area of demand? Because again, clearly you can see there is no liquidity in the overall push up. In addition to that, there was also no connection made with the previous kind of like imbalance that we have situated over here. So this for me then is a very clear example of like liquidity in one of its cleanest and most beautiful forms that you at least want to see get taken out before looking for the next upside push. Because the overall long here made a lot of sense, right? Because first of all, the overall 4-hour time frame is bullish fractal wise. Then you're inside 4-hour demand. Daily wise, you still had room up in towards the daily supply zone. And now from, let's say, the 1-hour perspective, what you're looking for is overall longs again. However, for a 1-hour long to take place, we need to grab liquidity first. So what you wait for the liquidity to get grabbed. Liquidity at this point in time gets grabbed. Then straight away, as soon as liquidity gets grabbed, it's so obvious. Momentum is up, boom, V-shaped reversal, 1-hour fractal break. From that point onwards, the sell for the buy becomes your area of demand from where you want to go long, with your stop loss underneath the low of that strong demand zone. These are the best demand zones to go long from, and then you pretty much just target that daily area of supply for the 1 to 2 risk to reward. And then what you then see, guys, okay, if it's such an issue, let me just move the QR code like this. Now it should be better for you guys. And then at this point in time, you can trade that 1 to 2 risk to reward. You get tagged in, and then from that moment onwards, you just reverse back up higher in towards that daily supply zone where then your TP should be. So a very, very clean setup overall on GU. Now for GU, the fractal remains bearish here, and I'm now looking at a potential downside continuation play here for GU if we get that lower time confirmation. So for now, 4-hour fractals and 4-hour order flow remains bullish. So I'll continue to look for longs in towards the upside if the overall yeah, let's say order flow remains bullish. So for now, this here is the fractal low, this is the fractal high. So I'm kind of waiting for an order flow shift to happen, and then that would be a short that I would be willing to take, as opposed to EURUSD, which is still very, very bullish, and on which I'm only interested in looking for further longs. Okay, guys, don't forget the TradingView link is going to be needed very, very soon if you want to get or have a chance of winning that funded account, guys. Going into gold next. So who has been trading gold in the past few days / weeks, guys? How do you define imbalance candles? Well, there's an indicator called the 50% body candle. You can just load in that indicator and it will show you the imbalance candles. And then all you want to have is that the overall imbalance candle is engulfed in order to confirm that it is an area of demand. Now, a lot of you have been asking about gold. Richard Rich, yes, you can always ask a question. I am here to help. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to leave a like here on the stream. Now, gold, guys, who has been trading gold? Is giveaway today? Yes, you need to create a trade breakdown, and I'm going to be asking for TradingView links very, very soon. Who has been trading gold, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know who has been trading gold. Who has been trading gold profitably? That is also a question that I have. Have you guys been buying, or have you guys been selling gold? Because can people from the mentorship win too? Yes, you, of course. I'm currently on a sell. Okay. I'm very interested to see why you're in a sell. USD JPY, please. Yes, we'll dive into some other pairs very, very soon, guys. But first, we need to discuss gold and see what has been happening. Gold is too impulsive for me. Played out exactly how I predicted. Good high spreads on gold. Don't trade it. Still on the long side, but I know it's falling hard. Buys, me. Okay, guys. No need to spam the chat. One time me is already extremely clear. So let's have a look at those gold buys, because there has been beautiful opportunities on gold, team. Let's have a look at gold. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So gold has been pushing up higher. So why and what has the potential long been here for gold? So I'm going to use the futures chart just because I like trading it a little bit more clean. Now, overall gold, I've literally everybody who's here on the stream knows that I've been discussing gold pretty much every single day in the same way. So I'm not going to do the whole trade breakdown explaining why I've been looking for gold. If you want to understand why I've been looking for gold, you can just simply go to the market outlook. But what we can see here, somebody's asking, aren't EU and GU correlated to those? So how come the different in bias? Sometimes you can use them as a hedge against each other. So for now, GU could be a potential short play, with EU being the cleaner buys. Also, I'm a lot more bearish on the pound as opposed to the euro. So that could indeed, again, kind of like accelerate any potential short on GU as opposed to like an EU trade. So looking here at gold, guys, here we have the break of structure, here we have the break of structure, here we have the break of structure. So these are all fractal breaks in towards the upside, guys. Again, the fractal indicator making it so clean and easy to understand in what direction we are trading, right? So here, what do we have? We have the tap into the overall demand zone. As soon as we tap into the overall demand zone, here we get the initial fractal break. Now, from that point onwards, this is then your area of demand from where you want to look for longs from, right? So we get a tap into that demand zone, pretty much exactly into the monthly open, which I love using as kind of like a dynamic area of support and resistance, which is actually also, guys, if we draw in the premium versus discount tool, the 0.5 fib. Absolutely beautiful. The monthly open aligning exactly with the 0.5 fib, and then from there you can see we find support and we fly up higher. So this is, yeah, I mean, it makes me so bloody happy to see. Then again, fractal break in towards the upside. Then again, we draw in the premium versus discount tool, 0.5 fib. Everything from those discount levels is pretty much a good buy. These are like simple one-on-ones that you can take for like a very simple risk to reward. Now, if you want to have a little bit more confirmation, then you just dive into the 4-hour time frame and you wait for the fractal break. Now here, what happened is we get the initial reaction from this area of demand. Then what happens? We get that news impulse. We have an area of demand here. So this could be, let's say, your initial entry position. However, it's never really nice to kind of like long, obviously, on a news candle. And then you take like, for example, a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Well, this 1 to 2 risk to reward then hit your stop loss. and liquidate those early buyers, which we are in this case. Now, this is not a very strong area of demand because yes, it might have liquidated the low here, but in the overall push up, there's not a lot of liquidity. And in addition to that, if you look at like the 1 hour or at the 15 minute, you kind of come with an overall downtrend right in towards that area of demand, and you can see just kind of continues in towards the downside. So not the best of longs to have taken, but if you looked at it from like a mechanical 4-hour perspective, yeah, it could have played out and pushed the market up higher. Now from this point onwards, what we then see is, okay, again we retraced into discount. Now it gets interesting, because this is pretty much the next move that you want to kind of like, yeah, engage with in towards the upside. So what happens here is that the market retraces exactly in towards kind of like this sell for the buy here, and then from there again pushes up further in towards the highs, right? So this is then the second 4-hour fractal confirmation trade that you could have taken. Entry on top, stop loss underneath the lows, and then again very simple ones to risk to reward, or you would have just held it towards the swing high for around a 1 to 2.5. So again, beautiful gold setup to take. Then we drop up into the daily time frame again. Here on the daily time frame, what do we again see? Okay, momentum remains bullish. So what you want to do is you want to follow the overall momentum, because we're in the impulsive phase, right? With the daily fractal being bullish, this is for me is the impulsive phase. The only thing you want to be doing is looking at buys. So at this point in time, what I do is, again, I go from the daily back down in towards the 4-hour to look for those buys. So what I have here is the daily, which is fractal bullish. Daily swing is bullish. 4-hour swing is bullish as well, right? So here, swing low, boom, swing high, boom, swing high, boom, swing high. We're in the overall impulsive phase. Now, the best buys will always come in this kind of phase, right? Below the overall break of structure line, because what do you expect after a break of structure? You expect a pullback. When do you expect a pullback? When you hit an area of supply or when you take liquidity. Now, what we can clearly see here is that we have a lot of descending highs. So for me, at this point in time, gold kind of should have at least pushed in towards these descending highs to take out that liquidity. Well, what you then see is indeed gold just keeps pushing and pushing. So what I'm then doing is I'm looking at the 1-hour time frame to identify some potential long positions. Now, for example, here on the 1-hour time frame, because gold is extremely impulsive, right? So what we have here is the overall 1-hour imbalance candle. We get the initial reaction, some initial push up, some initial buyers coming into the market. Beautiful is that we still have those descending highs. Then what happens on the second tap, the third tap? Okay, we're waiting, and then boom here. So what we had was boom, fractal break, boom, internal fractal break, boom, fractal break, and then this is the high break. Here, that is when you kind of like want to get into those buy positions within this overall imbalance, because this here's the bullish confirmation, and you're trading with the overall momentum, and then you see the market grabs that liquidity and then straight away gives kind of like a slow down reaction where it grabs liquidity, and then straight away you see that bearish reaction. Like on the 15-minute time frame, you get that bearish candlestick. So at that point in time, you want to at least take out some profits of the market. But then you just see, boom, it's so bloody impulsive, and it just continues. And now you're pretty much trading at where you're currently trading at. And it's similar price action to what we had here, in the sense that, again, this is the reaccumulation phase before looking to see another push in towards the upside. Now, for now, gold is manipulating quite a lot, not really respecting the overall fractal structure. This was like the first liquidation event. Break, but then here again, a break in towards downside. It's a lot more consolidative now, moving a lot more sideways than here where it was moving more descending. So for now, I'm waiting for gold to kind of like show its hand. Not really in a trade on this at the moment, because we can see that gold is just, again, consolidating with a high form there, low formed here. It's trading at the lower bound of the range. So we'll have this range trading tool. It's trading at the lower bound of the range. So for now, buys, I mean, they look like the better option. And yeah, it should potentially push up higher soon. However, momentum is still very, very weak. So I would personally wait for this fractal high to break, and then we start looking at those longs again. Or wait for this low to break, and then this here becomes the fractal high, and then look for this. So yeah, looking for the upside continuation still from gold. But it is slowing down, and a pullback could occur soon, because obviously the further you are after a break of structure, which is over here, like the lower probability longs become. So at some point in time, that market is going to retrace, right? So for now, the 4-hour fractal low, if it breaks the fractal low again, well, maybe it could give you like a deeper retracement, for example, to take out this low here, connect with the overall daily order flow, and then, for example, push up higher again. Like inside that daily area of demand, which is like this sub for the buy here, that is when high probability longs will come back into play. Like in here, you want to be buying. That's where the best buys, in my opinion, will pretty much come from. And then buying over here is obviously risky, can play out because you're playing with the overall momentum, but just keep in mind that the highest probability buys will always come from like inside daily order flow, if that makes sense. So yeah, quite the breakdown there again. Hope you guys enjoy those kind of breakdowns. Now, another pair that I've been looking at is GJ. I see GJ for potential shorts. GJ at the moment has respected the 4-hour order flow so far. I mean, this is the perfect example again of a beautiful area of supply, guys. If you're asking for supply zones, or if you want to understand supply zones, then you need to see that this here is a beautiful supply zone, because again, this is a supply zone that here to the left grabs the liquidity above the highs and then causes the overall break of structure in towards the downside. You see the market comes back in and then gives us what is this? Let's see, it is a round a 90 pip move. So definitely, especially if you trade like the lower time frame, there's definitely money to be made. Now guys, in between, what we're going to do now is the giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away 25k challenge. So what I need from you guys is a TradingView link to the best setup that you have taken, guys. Okay, shift the QR code to the bottom right. Sure will do. Guys, I need the TradingView link to the best setup that you have taken, guys. TradingView link to the best setup that you've taken if you want a chance to win the free 25k prop firm challenge. Let's see who has the best trade breakdown, guys. Drop your links in the chat below. Let's see. Yeah, guys, are you ready? Let's see those links, man. Let's see those links. Don't tell me nobody has a link. Keep it English in the chat, guys. Let's see. Does anybody have a TradingView link? It's going to be relatively easy to win otherwise. Because if you're the only one showing a TradingView link, then it's going to be you who's won. So I would say if you don't have a TradingView link yet to the setup, which we announced inside the announcements, then yeah, we're going to have a winner. Guys, TradingView, just paste the TradingView link here in the chat, guys. Otherwise, there's just not going to be a link. Can you post the TradingView link here in the chat, guys? You do Command Shift S. It's literally on the top right of TradingView. You go here, there's a camera, and then you just copy link, and then you paste it here in the chat, guys. As simple as that. We're doing a giveaway, guys. Again, we're doing a giveaway. Announce it inside Discord. That's the reason you have to be in Discord. The best trade breakdown. Guys, where are you posting? I cannot see the link. I think you can. Come on, guys, share. Otherwise, post the link inside Discord. And tag me there. Maybe YouTube is blocking external links. That could be the reason as well. Where are you guys sending the link? Because I can't see them in the chat. So maybe they're being shared inside Discord. So share them inside Discord in the general chat. Then I'll check it over there and bring it here. Amir, if you keep spamming gold, you're just going to be banned, brother. Like, don't be stupid, man. Guys, you can drop the TradingView link. Okay, fantastic. Preferably with an explanation, guys. Because I see a lot of TradingView links, but with no explanation of the setup at all. Okay, so we're going to get them. Aha, so we have one. I have a nice one here from Ayaz. I'm going to bring that onto the charts. Let me just change the window capture. Opa. Okay, guys. This should be visible now. Fantastic. So we have the first setup of the day here, guys, from Ayaz. Ayaz, are you here in the chat? Let me know. We're going to do a trade review of his trade here of Ayaz. So Ayaz here took EURUSD sells. So he took a short on July 8th, where he had a 4-hour area of supply tapped on the weekly supply fractal shift. 1 hour break of structure, bear structure. So here from the 15-minute time frame. So this here is the 50-minute time frame. And yeah, guys, you can send a link inside Discord, and then I'll open it here on the stream. Link to Discord is in the description of this video. So what we can see here clearly is indeed 15-minute is overall swing bearish. Then what happens is that the 15-minute takes out liquidity indeed here. So this was kind of like the initial area of liquidity taken, this little bump in the road. So you get like an overall push in towards the downside, you get a retracement, and then you get another push. So this here is a bump in the road, and that bump in the road here gets taken out with liquidity. So some initial sellers coming into the markets, but this was, let's say, Asian session in towards London session. Market just continues to consolidate, and then throughout the New York Open, it flies in towards the highs. And then throughout the overall Asian session again, if this is my time zone, I think it is, you can clearly see that the overall sell-off occurs. So grabs liquidity. This, I think, is a, so this is a 5-minute double fractal break entry model. So this setup is a 5-minute fractal break entry model. Okay, so I think this is a nice setup, guys. Elias, we're gonna do a giveaway for the best trade breakdown. Okay, guys, so keep in mind that this trade breakdown, and then we're gonna continue to the next one. So let's see. I have quite a few links indeed dropped inside Discord. Let's see the next one. This one is from Yoop. Nice, Yoop. This is a good trade breakdown, guys. I like this. So took this short on the 15-minute time frame. So this is on the 4-hour at the moment. So indeed, here we have a 4-hour area of supply. I actually know by heart that this here is as well the daily fractal high, the high of this supply zone. So we have the daily high here, which is also this supply zone. So the daily fractal is bearish, and also the overall momentum is obviously in towards the downside. 4-hour swing is bearish as well. So you took this setup on the 15-minute time frame. You saw that the daily fractal was bearish in the 1-hour and the 4-hour as well. You went to the 4-hour time frame and you marked the zones. I saw the 4-hour took the news high, which is this high over here of this kind of like news candle. And then what happened is and broke the fractal low. So indeed, the fractal low then got broken. The market then retraced into the imbalances. You waited for it to swipe the early sellers, which it did. I entered and put my stop loss above the Asian high as it is a safe high. I then let it run to profit at the 3-hour level, and at the 6-hour level I would my stop loss accordingly. Yeah, I mean, a fantastic setup overall, and you are still in this. Wow, this is a really, really nice trade, man. Yoop, congratulations on this beautiful trade. Guys, what do you think of this trade breakdown? How many points for Yoop and how many points for Ayaz? We're going to do a point score here in the chat. How many points for Ayaz and how many points for Yoop on this overall trade breakdown? In the meantime, I'm going to open the next one. Make sure to keep sending those trading view links, guys. Okay, then we're going to go on to the next setup here. A 10 out of 10 for Yoop. Ooh, Yoop is getting a 10 out of 10, guys. 7. Okay, fantastic. An 8. Guys, we've only done 2 breakdowns, man. 10 out of 10 for the second. Okay, so for now, Yoop is leading. Sorry, Ayaz, but for now, Yoop is leading. Now we have another trade breakdown here. This is a trade breakdown from, let me see, from Alpha X55. So this is Alpha X55's trade breakdown. So what he says here, start to look for a change of character after price entered into the 1-hour and the 4-hour supply zone. So this is EURUSD, obviously kind of like trading the overall pullback and looking to target, I guess, all of these equal lows that we had underneath this area of consolidation. The market retraces into a 4-hour buy before a big sell down, which caused the 4-hour fractal break. Price retraces into the supply zone, and both 1-hour and 4-hour supply are almost the same, and also price reached the top of the descending channel. Yeah, nice descending channel, man. Trend lines actually work, it seems. And entered at the second fractal break, which was bearish with the stop loss above the 50-minute supply zone here of the fractal structure. Okay, nice stuff, man. Looking good. Very nice trade. High risk to reward as well. Good trade. Guys, what do we think of this setup from Alpha X? How much are we rating it? So now I need you guys to vote. Who's going to win this battle? Is it Youp's previous setup, which was the USD CHF short, or is it the Euro USD short here with the 1 hour supply and the 50-minute entry confirmation? So Youp or Alpha, who is the winner of this round, guys? Who is the winner of this round? Youp or Alpha? Let me know. And in the meantime, I'm going to open the next chart, guys. And then we're going to keep deleting the loser of the round, and we're going to keep the winner of the round. And I'm mainly going to focus on charts, guys, that have explanations, because I see a lot of charts being opened. We have a nice one. You can just send them in a general chat, guys, and then I'll open them here on my screen. We have another beautiful trade breakdown, which I'm going to be opening. So Youp, Alpha, Youp 1, Alpha winner. Let's see, Alpha, where can we send? Ooh, this is a tight one. I'm going to have to do a poll, guys. I don't really know who's won this one. Let's see who won this one. So you can vote for Youp or you can vote for Alpha. Okay, guys, vote on the poll. You have 1 minute to vote. Let's see. Let's see who won this round, guys. Youp or Alpha. So we have around 30 votes in now. Let's see, 40 votes. Yes, okay. I think it's clear, guys. Youp has won. Oh no, it's getting close to each other again. 60-40. Come on, guys. We need a clear winner. 70 votes now. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, by the way, guys. It's always appreciated. Okay, yeah. So no, the winner is clear, guys. Congratulations, Youp. You won this round as well. Okay. So Youp won this round. Now we're on to the next one, guys. We have another trade breakdown here, and this one is from Fuzzle, a very, very experienced and loyal member, guys, inside Discord. He has a very nice trade breakdown here on a GP Swiss short. So first one, structure bearish, same breaker structure on the 4 hour, daily 0.5 fib. 2, premium versus discount pull back into the fresh supply zone, which was positioned over here, took out the liquidity high. Indeed, very nice. From here, I saw 2 fractal structural breaks here on the 1 hour time frame in towards the downside, indicating that we're ready to go down lower with the trend. Also, the Forex fundamental score.com was bearish. Nice as well, indeed. Once the London opened, a beautiful Asian range liquidity resting below the recent supply zone. Patiently waited for a swipe. After the Asian session swipe, I anticipated order flow continuation towards a new swing low. Since the 1 hour fractals were not that far, I used a sell stop on the 1 hour fractal low break, targeting a mechanical 1 to 3 risk to reward. Wow. Fuzzle, very clean, and proof that he took the trade. Okay, guys, we are on to the next vote. Who has won this round? Is this round for Youp or is it for Fuzzle? Let's see who is the winner, guys. Drop a vote on the poll. This one is going to be a close one. Let's see. Ooh, it's 50-50. Fuzzle's in the lead. Fuzzle in the lead. Fuzzle in the lead. Fuzzle 70% at the moment. Fuzzle still at 70%. Ooh, can Youp catch up? Okay, guys. Again, a reminder of what Youp's setup looks like. Here, the USD Swiss short. I like the light chart, to be honest. I don't have to lie. But I like this setup as well. I mean, those G Swiss shorts were nice as well. But I mean, USD Swiss shorts are nice as well. You know, like both setups I think are very, very clean. Very different in their own way. But yeah, very clean, both of them. Okay, sorry, Youp. No, I know you took it, Youp, don't worry. Okay, Fuzzle has won this round. I'm sorry, Youp, but this round goes to Fuzzle. Guys, you enjoy this kind of concept in the streams, because then I'm going to do it more often. Let me know if you guys enjoy doing these kind of like competitions. I see the viewers going a little bit down, but I think the ones who stayed can kind of see the value of these trade breakdowns. Okay, let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. I'm looking for a setup with a good explanation. We have another one here from Soup. Let's see. Yes. Okay, glad to hear, guys. Glad to hear that you like these kind of breakdowns. Great idea for the stream. Fantastic, Raphael. I'm glad to hear. Okay, guys, we have another setup here on GBPUSD. We're going to do enough rounds. We're going to stop soon. At 3:30, we're going to stop, so in like 15 minutes. So here we have GA. Market structure is bullish, looking to trade the overall pullback into the 50%. So indeed, the overall swing is pretty much taken from this low, which is actually behind my camera. Maybe we do like this. So you can see pretty much the trade is taken from this low over here, or the overall swing is from this low all the way in towards the overall swing high. Then what you look for once the swing high is established is that you look for trading the overall pullback at least in towards the 0.5 fib. I like that TP is set on that 0.5 fib. I think that's really, really nice. Very, very well done. Then what happens here is that, okay, so the market structure is bullish. You're looking to trade the pullback in towards 0.5 fib. Liquidity on the 1 hour and the 4 hour has been swept with a double fractal break in towards the downside. So once that liquidity gets grabbed here, you indeed form a buy before a sell down. Then you have the internal liquidity taken, and then here you get the double fractal break in towards the downside. Premium zone, indeed, double 1 hour fractal break plus an internal liquidity sweep. Traded a 1 to 2 risk to reward towards the 50% with the liquidity low. Nice setup, guys, not gonna lie. I think this is a very nice setup taken by Soup. Guys, what is the verdict? I'm very curious to hear from you guys who is the winner of this round. On one side we have Soup, and on the other side we have the GBP Swiss setup, if I'm not mistaken. I'm focusing here as well on the stream. Fuzzle, this is Fuzzle setup, right? Guys, please help me. SOS, yeah, Fuzzle. This is Fuzzle setup. So, who won this round, guys? Who won? Soup or Fuzzle? So here we have GP Swiss by Fuzzle, or we have GBPUSD by Soup. Vote in the poll, guys. Is it Soup or is it Fuzzle? I like the step-by-step breakdown, not gonna lie, of Fuzzle, but on the other side, I like the overall risk appetite of Soup, guys. Who is able to trade these kind of, like, let's say, pullbacks, man? You need to have some balls, man, to trade the pullback. But let's see. This is a close one. It's 50-50, guys. Wow. This is a very close one. 50-50. Who is going to win? Man, this is coming down to, wow, it's literally 50-50 after 72 votes. Fuzzle's leading by, I think, like 1 vote, guys. Then we have Soup back up. Hey, you guys are just playing with my brains, man. You just want this to be a close tie. Let's see. 82 votes, and Fuzzle's leading by 1%, 2%, 4%. Guys, again, this is Soup's trade. There's GP80 short, and this is Fuzzle's trade, the GP Swiss short. Wow, and Soup suddenly takes the lead again. Guys, we need more votes. We have 350 people watching. Who is the winner? This one is a close one, man. This is a very close one. 50-50. And then Soup is on the lead again. Man, this is too close, guys. Thanks for voting, everyone. And Soup is taking the lead again. Guys, this is Fuzzle's trade, and this is Soup's trade. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, and again, this is Soup. 8, and this is Fuzzle. 7, and this is Soup. 6, and this is Fuzzle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending the poll. Who is the winner? Wow. The winner is Soup, guys. The winner is Soup. And this was a very close one. Fuzzle, I'm sorry, brother. But Soup with the retracement trade on GBPUSD is the winner of this round. Okay, let's see who is the next one. Congratulations, Soup, on this one. Guys, I'm looking for clean trades inside Discord. Wow, we have so many charts shared. There's so many. I'm looking for clean ones with an actual explanation. Okay, we have another nice trade here. I'm going to open this one. Let's see. We have a EURUSD long position here. And this one was taken by Danny. So Danny here was targeting the overall Newsweek, which I like. And what he did here, so market structure confirmation, 4-hour break of structure. Let me zoom in. So after the break of structure, wait for price to pull back into discount area. So indeed, the market retraces in towards the 0.5 fib area. Wait for the double fractal break on the 1-hour time frame. So we have fractal break number 1, fractal break number 2. But why is this one? Because this is a bullish break, but then it breaks bearish again. So it's not an actual double fractal break though. Extra confirmation is the 4-hour divergence on Cypher. Volume on the 1-hour change to bullish at the 1-hour. Target the Newswick. Here, the 4-hour time frame. Indeed, the bullish fractal break, the first one, and then you're targeting the overall Newswick. So this is a nice EURUSD long. Was indeed in line with the overall daily fractal structure as well. Guys, what do we think of this over here? I'm going to do Danny versus Soup. So we have the EURUSD buys from Danny. So we have the EURUSD buys from Danny, or we have the GBPUSD short from Soup, guys. Who is the winner? I think this is a clean setup on EURUSD overall. I think you capitalized well on the fact that indeed the news high can get targeted and the liquidity swipe took place down over here. Overall, a clean trade. I mean, that EURUSD long position was a nice one, right? With the overall daily fractal like being bullish, daily demand zone, then waiting for the 4-hour fractal confirmation, and then indeed trading the overall continuation. I think this is a very nice setup as well. But I mean, the GBPUSD short is also a clean setup. Again, we know. But here, the EURUSD trade is also nice. But let's see. Aha, okay. The chat. Sorry, Danny. I tried to hype you up, brother. But I think this is a very clean one, man. Soup is the clear winner on this one. Soup, parabéns. Congratulations. Feliz Navidad. This is a clear winner. Sorry, Danny. I tried, bro. Now let's see the next trade, guys. I'm also filtering the trades a little bit myself, just to see. Okay, so we have another one here from Emin. Emin, my beautiful friend. Here we have another GA short. Is this not kind of the same position to some extent? So Emin took a short position over here where he shorted after the 4-hour BOS, 4-hour grab liquidity above the highs, 4-hour fractal low break indeed here. Second 4-hour fractal low break, price comes back up to take the highs. He entered here with a pretty tight stop loss. So GBPUSD made a BOS, was looking for a retracement to 0.5 fib because I was bearish on the pound. Then I saw a double 4-hour fractal break to the downside and put my entry on top of the 1-hour supply zone, targeting the 0.5 and the liquidity above the zone with a 1 to 4 risk to reward. $15,000. $15,000, guys. Congratulations. Obviously, we don't have the confirmation if this is taken on live or on demo or on a challenge or whatever. But regardless, a clean setup. So now it pretty much just comes down, guys. What do you think, or who do you think broke it down the best, and who do you think had the best skill? Who broke it down better? Was it the pound Aussie short from Emin, or was it the GA short from Soup, guys? Which setup do you think is better? This one is close to each other. Really just comes down to who you think had the better setup, man. Like, I think on one side, the 4-hour setup here is very clean. Personally, I probably would have taken it on this 4-hour fractal low break if I was trading the 4-hour. Emin took it on the 1-hour. On the other side, I think this 1-hour is also very clean with the double fractal break and the internal liquidity taken. I like indeed that you targeted this liquidity low. I mean, it all comes down to what you guys think. Also, when it comes down to like the explanation, who had the better explanation, guys? Who had the better explanation? Who had the better explanation? Okay, let's see. Soup with a better explanation. I see. Congratulations. Soup won another round, guys. Okay, we're going to go to the final 2 charts. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity to share your chart now in the general chat. I need a good explanation. I'm not going to open the chart if it only has like a risk to reward tool. But you now have the opportunity to share your chart in the general chat inside Discord, because the winner is about to be decided. Again, guys, this is not nothing. This is a $25,000 prop firm challenge, which you have the opportunity to win. And I need the trade explained. I'm only going to open the trade if it has a good explanation, guys. I'm only going to open the trade if it has a good explanation. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Wow. Okay, guys, I have one from Ian. He wrote an entire bloody fucking book. Sorry for my language. He wrote an entire book on this trade breakdown. We're going to give Ian a chance, because I think Ian has a chance, guys. Ian has a chance, and it's an iPhone screenshot. Oof, that is some negative aura points, man. Not gonna lie. But let's see. This is a 4-hour setup. Confluence is written down. Indeed, very well. This means that this person is attending the live streams more often, because he has indeed gotten the market structure, supply and demand, liquidity, PVD, chalk, and the fundamentals. So the fundamentals, the pound. The Bank of England is cautious of rate cuts. UK economic data is soft, so there is a weak pound. The Swiss franc acting as a safe haven. The Swiss National Bank maintains a hawkish tone. So we were swing bearish 4-hour and the daily. We were also fractal bearish on the 4-hour and the daily. So I waited for a retracement. It faked out early sellers by liquidating the area I marked as liquidity. After that, I gave a break of structure by breaking the internal fractal. After that, I found my supply zone and then I entered my trade. 5% this trade idea 2 weeks ago in your Discord. I have a screenshot of that. If you want, I can provide proof. I targeted a 1 to 3 on this trade, and thank you for mentorships. I've learned a lot from your YouTube videos. Okay, I mean, some extra points there for Ian, obviously, because he thanked me. But I think a very nice setup overall. Indeed, grab liquidity. The screenshot is just a little bit unclear. But I think the overall explanation is nice to see. Indeed, 4-hour daily fractal bearish, grabbed the overall liquidity, then created the buy before sell, caused the fractal break, retracement, boom. I think this is a beautiful setup as well, man. I have to say. Ian, some extra hour points for the shout out. So we're gonna have Ian and we're gonna have Soup, and the battle is gonna take place, man. Guys, let's see, Ian or Soup, who is the winner of this round? We are starting Ian with 70% out of the starting blocks. This is a horse race. Ian is leading the race, 40 votes in and 70% to Ian. Wow, man. Guys, Ian is getting a lot of backing from you. I can see that you guys really appreciate Ian overall. This is crazy. All the love is going to Ian. Negative marks for no aura. Sarab, thank you for the donation again, brother. I appreciate it. I didn't even shout out to you. What was the question? Because I think you asked a question earlier. I was so into the charts. Gerben with Gerben in Dutch, with the nice compliments to the overall trade breakdown. Very nice. Ooh, we have another nice trade breakdown, guys. I already think I know the next one. Let me see. Let me get that link. So, Ian, guys, we have 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, Ian, congratulations, man. Indeed, I have to say, I'm very proud of Soup as well. He really kept a lot of rounds. He was very strong. But I have to give the points indeed to Ian, man. Sorry, Soup. Apologize, brother. Okay, guys, the next setup is in. This is gonna be the last setup of today. Tomorrow, guys, you have another chance, because we're going to go live again. And again, I'm going to do some setups. So let's see who is going to win this one. Is it going to be Ian? Or we have a new contender. And it's this USD CAD setup by Sanjiv. We're giving him an opportunity here to knock out Ian. This is the last and final round, guys. So what I like is that he's gone all the way from the monthly down to the entry. So let's see this USD CAD setup. So on the monthly time frame, liquidity was taken from 2 previous highs and we started to get a heavy push down. On the weekly time frame, the trendline break confirmed the overall bearish momentum. On the daily time frame, price retraced from a key supply zone and then pulled back to sweep liquidity and tapped the supply again. On the lower time frame, after the liquidity sweep, price gave a strong bearish push and broke fractal structure. Additional confluence was that the dollar is also pushing down from its own supply zone, aligning with the bearish outlook for USD CAD. Entry, I took a short from the smaller time frame supply zone after confirmation. Already in 3% profit, 90% profit taken. Trade is beautifully progressing smoothly, targeting to close the trade with a TP set just below the next lows. Let's have a quick look at this USD CAD setup. So indeed, momentum heavily in towards the downside. The only negative thing that I have with this is that the daily fractal is bullish, right, guys? The daily fractal is bullish, but on the other side, 4-hour fractal, where did he take the entry? 4-hour supply. I see. So okay, I have to say, like, it's a nice setup overall, because here indeed you have the 4-hour supply zone. It took out, let's say, these highs here. Then you have the first fractal break. It retraced into the supply zone, which caused the fractal break, and you had quite a lot of ascending lows. So my TP personally would be here, like on this area of demand. But still, very nice that you held it. So let's see, what would the TP be if you entered like this? Yeah, so 1 to 2. So there was a 1 to 2 risk to reward here. I think this would have personally been mine trade. So let's see. Let's see, guys. You are the decider of this last and final rounds. Is it gonna go to Sanjival, who had the overall, and let me say it in the best way possible, the overall stomach, and not the BALLS, stomach to take a short on USD CAD, or is the winner gonna be this pound short? And I forgot, bloody hell, I'm reading so many names, from Ogutis with GBP Swiss, or is it Sanjival with USD CAD? Guys, you are again gonna decide this final round. Yes, Ian, thank you. Sorry, so many names today. You know how it goes. So decide, guys. Let's vote. Ding, 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 ding. Final round has started. Let's see who is the winner of this round. Dun 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 dun. I don't think that's the best kind of like tension song or whatever you want to call it. So again, we have here Ian with the GP Swiss short, or we have the USD CAD short from Sanjival. Let's see. Votes are closing, guys, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the poll. And the winner of today, guys, we have to say, is GBP Swiss shorts, taken by Ian. Guys, a massive congratulations to Ian. Ian, you can claim your $25,000 prop firm challenge in the Discord chat. All you need to do is open a ticket and tag me, and I'll be there. Guys, a big applause, big round of applause to Ian. Sorry if that's loud in your ears, guys. Big applause for Ian. Ian, congratulations. A very nice short overall taken on GP Swiss. But there are some notable mentions, guys. I want to give a big shout out to Soup and Yoop. You guys have a very similar name, but big shout out to Soup and Yoop, and a big shout out to Emin as well. Some beautiful trades taken across the board. GBPUSD pullback trade, absolute beauty as well. Guys, I want to thank you for being here today. I think this is very enjoyable. I mean, less viewers in the chat or in the stream, but I feel the energy is there, you know, and I feel this is a very fun concept because, in my opinion, a lot of you can learn a lot from this, and it also kind of gives you some motivation to maybe make some trade breakdowns. And in the meantime, you know, like the people who put effort into trading and into creating breakdowns, they actually make, or they actually win something from putting in the effort, right? So, guys, congratulations to Ian again. You can claim it in the chat. Hope you guys will be back tomorrow at 2:30 Central Eastern Time when we host the next stream. Guys, appreciate you all. No trades, Fabio. I'm looking for trades, guys, but not too much at the moment. Guys, tomorrow I'll look for some more live trades. And yeah, I enjoyed it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, and yeah, we'll continue to do some more streams like this. Guys, if you need me, I'm inside Discord. Make sure to tag me there. Be able to support as always. Thanks and ciao, guys. Was an amazing stream. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah.